anything below 80 and I freeze. Madigan shifted back to his stern professionalism. Did you make contact with Al-Karim? Yeah. His visitor nodded into his parka. This morning, Kareem's local time. The middle of the night in D.C. And is he back on track with the plan? Madigan's voice ground over his syllables, almost growling. Yes, sir. Does he need to be reminded again of his place in the universe? My universe? A shake of his visitor's head, though it could have been a shiver. I don't believe so, sir. Our last drone strike took out one of the refineries he and his forces controlled. He wasn't pleased. I'm not pleased when he thinks he's got free rein to do as he pleases in my Middle East. I didn't raise this goat fucker up out of Abu Ghraib to be his own man. I pulled him out of that shit so he could be my man. Al-Karim left Abu Ghraib one sunny day in Baghdad, thrown from the back of a pickup truck into the desert. A year later, he emerged in Libya, recruiting fighters for his jihadist rebellion against Libya's government. When Libya fell, Al-Karim re-emerged in Syria, recruiting Syrian rebel factions into his jihadist movement. The years rolled on, and Al-Karim moved up in the ranks, commanding a wing of the surging Islamic Caliphate. Al-Karim had personally led the Caliphate's attack on Tikrit, capturing the former home of Saddam Hussein. He dispatched Caliphate soldiers on other global operations, and all of it, every single thing, had been done under the general's explicit orders. Occasionally, though, Al-Karim had to be reminded who kept him alive. His orders come from me. He understands, sir. Good. Madigan studied his visitor. We're ready to begin the final phase. Are you good to go? Yes, sir. No hesitation, no wavering. If there was anyone who could have been the weak link, Madigan had always suspected it would be him. The kid had nurtured a level of hero worship toward Madigan over the years, but he'd worried that could cool, or transfer to someone else. Apparently, his worry hadn't been necessary. He really should have had more faith in the kid. He had personally recruited him, after all, plucking him out of his original assignment in Iraq and dropping him into his command. 20 years, and even though the kid now wore civilian clothes and didn't officially work for the Army anymore, he still reported directly to General Madigan. Excellent. Deliver the orders for our weapons shipment. Target the delivery for 6 months from today. Yes, sir. The kid was shivering again, wrapped in his parka. It almost made him want to ruffle his hair. It wasn't quite fair to call him a kid, not when he was pushing his 40s. He was still a kid to the general's mid-60s, though. To Madigan, he would always be that baby-faced soldier lost and scared in the backwater of Baghdad, filled with unrecognized potential. Get out of here. Madigan waved him away. Go home, get some rest. You're going to need it. He tried to grin, but barely managed a sly curve of his mouth, toothy and lined, lips chapped from the cold. The biggest job of your career starts in 3 weeks. Chapter 1. Texas. Austin wasn't as frigid as Washington, D.C. at Christmas time, but it still had a bite to the night air. Cold winds snaked around Special Agent Ethan Reichenbach as he stood on President-elect Jack Spiers' balcony, overlooking Austin's downtown at the intersection of 6th and Congress. 6th Street, Austin, a vibrant, garish strip of neon bars, thrumming music lounges, country pool halls, and late-night tattoo parlors pulsing with the laughs and shouts of college students, locals getting down, and hustlers. Christmas Day, and the parties still raged. Ethan shook his head, eyeing long lines of smooth legs stretching down from miniskirts and sequined cocktail dresses. The girls shivered, huddling close together. He'd never understand women. Instead, his gaze drifted to a group of men, college-age by the looks of their clothes and lack of fashion sense. Faded jeans, T-shirts, and flannel overcoats, and loose beanies crammed on their heads.